Hey guys, welcome back to another Premier League predictions video. Today we return with, I believe, game week 35. Obviously we've missed a few as I was away on holiday, so I think it's only like one or two match days that we miss, but we're going to crack on with our predictions for this upcoming round of fixtures. It's getting really tough to predict the outcome of most of these games, as there's pretty much something riding on every single game in the league at the moment, whether that's sort of European places, relegation, the title, so something to play for in most games. So we'll crack on with these and then we'll take a quick look at how we've been doing behind the scenes on the website. So starting off with game one, Bournemouth against Chelsea. I've actually gone for a bit of a shock and gone for Bournemouth to win by 2-1. Fair play to Bournemouth, they're doing really well at the moment, and Chelsea just in absolute free fall. We won't talk about it for too long as it's quite depressing, but yeah, they've been awful. Basically ever since the World Cup, since they sacked Tuchel, it's all gone to shit. So yeah, I've gone for them to lose 2-1 at Bournemouth. I've then gone for Man City to beat Leeds by 2-0. City obviously have a lot of games coming up, and Big Sam's just gone into Leeds, so he will make them tough to play against. That's why I only went for 2-0, but you would expect City to beat Leeds, which is why I've gone for that game as my joker. I've then gone for Tottenham to beat Palace by 3-1. Tottenham are much better at home than they are away, and they've also got the race for the top four still on, so they need to start winning consistently. So I have gone for them to win in London by 3-1. We've then gone for Villa to beat Wolves 2-1 away at Molineux. Not a huge amount riding on that, although Villa can still make it into the European places, of course, if they go on a good run. I've gone for Liverpool to beat Brentford by 3-1. Liverpool starting to pick up their form a bit, although still a bit shaky at the back, which is why I've gone for both teams to score. But Brentford seem to have dropped off themselves a little bit, so looking unlikely that they'll get into Europe. But Liverpool's still got a chance of getting into probably the Europa League, but I'm sure they'll push United all the way to try and get into the top four. Then got another big game in the race for the title, where I have again gone for a bit of a shock for Newcastle to beat Arsenal by 2-1. Newcastle on fantastic form, and although Arsenal have picked it up since they lost to City, that was when I was away on holiday, literally missed the whole game and just caught the result at the end. Was very happy that City absolutely battered them. Obviously they beat Chelsea pretty comfortably at the Emirates, but everyone's beating Chelsea at the moment, and yeah, I've gone for Newcastle to win. Maybe a bit of a shock, but Newcastle obviously having a great season, so 2-1 at St James's Park on Sunday. I think them and their fans will be right up for that. And then to close out the weekend's results, I've gone for potentially another shock. West Ham 1, Manchester United 1. United, again, like Spurs, aren't great away from home. They've got loads of injuries at the moment. West Ham are probably just about safe, but a couple more points will definitely secure it for them. And although they lost to City at the Etihad, basically everyone's lost there this year, I think at home they'll be a lot stronger. So yeah, I've gone for a draw. And then there's three games on Monday where I have gone for Fulham to beat struggling Leicester by 2-1. That's the sort of game that Leicester could potentially get something out of. Obviously down the bottom fighting for their lives. Another team down there, Everton, away at the Amex, but I have gone for Brighton to win that. Again, they're one that kind of dropped off a little bit. They've still got a couple of games in hand, so if they want to make Europe, they've got to win these games. And then the final game, a huge one down at the bottom, Nottingham Forest against Southampton. I've gone for Forest to win by 2-1. Southampton have started scoring a few more, but they just cannot keep the ball out of the net. And Forest have actually shown signs in the last couple of weeks that they might have a bit of fight left in them. I think it'll be one of Forest or Leeds that take up 18th place in the table. And for me, I'm hoping that is Leeds over Forest. My dad supports Forest, having gone to uni in Nottingham, and I'd quite like to see them stay up. They've kept faith in Steve Cooper, where a lot of clubs would have decided to let him go. So I'd like to see Forest stay up, and I think they'll win on Monday against Southampton. Right, so then let's quickly head over to the website and I'll show you how we've been getting on whilst I've been away on holiday. Alright then guys, there is the full table stand. As you can see, we're down in 16th, so still not doing great. And we are, 11 points off 10th, which is kind of our end goal come the end of the season. I don't think we're going to get any higher than that. Possibly into 9th if we go on a really good run, but we missed out on something last night as I'm recording this, which I'll get to in a minute. But There's a lot of people in between us, so we will have to do well towards the end of the season, but I have a bit of a track record of doing really well on the final day, so hoping for the same again this year that could propel us into the top 10. In terms of the fixture, we didn't do particularly well. There's only, I think, 5 games in this fixture, but 4 points on the board for us right down the bottom. Me and my dad both on 4 points, not had a very good week. There are a few people who have scored high. And you can see why from this figure, as there was a couple of 6-point jokers for Man City 3, West Ham 0, and I'm so annoyed that I didn't go for that because I literally had 3-0 ready to go, and then I decided to bump it up to 4. And obviously City got their second and third goals pretty late on, so it was unlikely they were going to get a fourth. And if we'd gone for that, we would have had an extra 4 points, which would have moved us up to 251. We would have been around here. And that would have made a real difference. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't make a huge difference, as it's not the difference between winning the league and losing it. But it's frustrating because I was literally going to go for it. 1 game tonight as of recording, and I've gone for Brighton to beat Man United by 2-1. So hoping for that to come in. A lot of different results in here. We've got a lot of 2-1 Brighton, a lot of 1-0 and a lot of 2-1 United, so be interesting to see who ends up with the points in that one. But that's where we'll leave it for now, guys. We will be back for the final 3 fixtures it is now, towards the end of the season. And then once the predictions are over, we've obviously got the FA Cup final to come as well, but obviously we're going to have that gap in between the end of this season and the new one. And I think on Fridays, instead of doing predictions like we do every week, I might bring back one zombies video every week, so there'll be one hopefully on a Friday if I can get them recorded and uploaded and everything. Kind of having the majority of the week on FIFA on the Glory Hunter, and then once a week on a Friday a zombies video, as you guys seem to like them quite a lot when they were coming out a bit more regularly. So yeah, by the end of the season, kind of beginning of June probably, we'll have them coming up. So if you are excited for that, let me know. And we'll leave it there for this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and peace.